And let's do an acceleration. Wow, very smooth. All right guys, today we are going for a drive in the 2024 GLC 350 Mercedes-Benz. This has got black exterior on it. So this is a brand new unit. 2024s are just starting to land. Take a quick look on the exterior of this vehicle. Take a look at the trunk space that you get. Privacy cover does go in. And then there's a spare tire and a little bit of extra storage down here. Press close. Let's take a look at the back seats. We have a black interior option here. Very large panoramic glass sunroof. Sitting on the inside, I mean, I've got tons of leg room. I'm about 6 foot. I see 2 USB-C ports at the back. Rear vents, the ambient lighting is looking nice. Is that a button on the door panel for rear heated seats? Yes, it is. That is very nice. Well, this wood trim right here looks like the upgraded sound system. Now let's hop into the front seat. Now I did notice these doors are kind of heavy. You gotta give it a good tuck in order to get them closed. Here we are in the driver's cockpit. One flat display screen, 2 different screens that are connected as one board. Seat adjustments are on the steering wheel. Your unlock and lock is like in this little cove here. Mirror adjustments. Let's push this mirror out. Push that mirror in. And this very large panoramic glass sunroof. I do want to give a shout out to Mercedes Benz Downtown Toronto. If you guys are in the Toronto marketplace looking for a Mercedes, make sure you reach out to my friend Ramin. I'm going to leave his email right here on the video, and I'll leave it in the description down below. So make sure you guys reach out to him if you're in the Toronto marketplace and looking to purchase a Mercedes, or really anywhere in Ontario. So what we're going to do is we're going to get onto the road. We're going to do a little bit of highway driving, and then we're going to play around with the infotainment system, go through everything so you guys get a good feel for what it's like on this virtual test drive of the 2024 GLC 350. Now, transmission toggle is up here. Just gonna press that down and we are in drive. We see D1 pop up. We know we are good to go. Let's wait here till we have the traffic. We need to check our surroundings. This is a pretty good sized vehicle. This is equivalent to the X5 BMW. And already you can just tell how smooth this vehicle is. I like this Mercedes steering wheel. This handle right here is actually a convenient spot to place your right hand. And let's do an acceleration. Wow, very smooth. It doesn't hit very hard. It's very linear. It just kind of slowly gets you up there. It's got active blind spot monitoring, pre-collision, tons of safety systems in the Mercedes. Now this car does come with a couple modes. So right now we're in comfort mode. If you click this button down here for dynamic, or I guess we are in eco. So you can click this button, we can go into comfort, get a little bit more out of it. And we can even go up to sport. Yeah, much more powerful right there. One thing I do love about Mercedes is how much you can customize the gauge cluster. And you also, on each side of the steering wheel, you have controls for this screen and this screen. So on the left side of the steering wheel, you're going to control this screen, and on the right side over here, you're going to scroll the main menu. So we go up, scroll through different options in the center. You can hit home, You can configure which gauge cluster you want. You want the sport gauge cluster. Gives you a G-force meter on the left. Goes all red. Tells you what your RPMs are. You want the understated, where it's just low key. Of course, there's classic. Navigation. This whole screen, massive screen, turns into just navigation. Navigate to Mercedes Benz Downtown.
Here is what I found. Where do you want to go?
Number 1.
Calculating route.
That was very smooth, very easy. That personal assistant was very good.
You have not.
See, it lights up in blue. I like that. It's also showing up in the head-up display we have here. This car is very smooth. The road noise, very minimal. Just the overall suspension feel for it is very luxury, very smooth. Maybe with BMW you get a little bit more sport out of it, but I am very impressed with how smooth and comfortable it is. With no radio, you know, you do hear the road feedback, road noise, but you know, you turn the radio up a little bit and that's going to disappear. I'm not going to be turning the radio on because I don't want to get copyrighted on this video on YouTube's algorithms. So we have augmented reality navigation, where it tells us which lane we need to be in and shows us, hey, you need to get over on the screen. I can change this to assisted. So it looks like this car also has the active stop and go cruise control. So on the way back, we're going to activate that system and get a look at it. There's even an off-road menu. Now there is a toggle with the dynamic here where you can go into off-road, but you need to like engage and like literally say, hey, I'm not on a public road, in order for that system to turn on. Just going around these corners, it's a very heavy vehicle, but it's very smooth. Yeah, the engine picks up all that you really need in a vehicle like this. If you're trying to race people, it's not gonna win, but if you're not, then you can certainly pass people when you need to pass people. Trying to accelerate on the highway, we got all the power we need. And now let's turn on the cruise control. Click that button there to turn it on. We have it set to 83. Oh, that's 140. It's going up by increments of 10. Actually, this car does not have active stop and go cruise control. What I thought was set was actually just the speed, not the distance between the car in front of us. So the active stop and go cruise control must be part of a separate package on the Mercedes-Benz here. And there is a service menu here giving you all your vehicle information. Very cool. I think I like the, well, let's try assist. Shows us that car in front of us. Do have paddle shifters for the transmission. I think I like the classic option as well. You can even have the map. It's just part of the center of this gauge cluster. It's not taking up the whole thing. like this interior, the black leather with the brown wood trim. This panel even opens up here. We have a wireless device charger, 2 USB-C ports, 2 cup holders. I like how that cover can nice snap into place. And man, these handles, I really like these handles here. And the ambient lighting is top notch in this vehicle. It is a little hard to see because of the light, but you got ambient lighting all around there, the door panel, the ambient lighting's here. Actually, we're gonna stay on the highway. Let's do an Excel here. We got heated seats and we got ventilated seats in the front. The head-up display projection is massive. Ooh, those ventilated seats are nice. And then when you want to adjust your temperature, it's just these toggles down here. So the physical buttons for the climate control, but letting you know what the climate control system is doing, is at the bottom of the infotainment screen. So if we go to adjust our fan, it pops up at the top. Have it on auto or not. There is a lot to this infotainment system. So you have this pad here where you can scroll around with apps, media, comfort, navigation, phone, radio. And then there's buttons down here as well. This one, click this car and you go into a shortcut into car functions. Head-up display, Parktronic, interior distance. Also go over and go into settings, driving settings, collision avoidance, assistance, camera, vehicle, lights, system, ambient lighting on the inside. You can adjust the color. You can have it on multicolor, which I find is super cool. It's gonna just slowly change colors as you're driving. I really like that option. A lot of these settings you can't get into unless you are parked. So once we get back and we park, we'll go through a couple of the settings at the end. Seat kinetics, driver. So what is this, massaging seats? Doesn't seem like massaging seats. If any of you guys have experience with these seat kinetics, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what is happening here. Oh, it's moving the seat, not massaging, just moving the seat kind of forward and backwards. It's very odd. Heat settings, automatic seat positioning, and you can reset. I'm actually getting a little cold here. We're gonna turn the temperature up a bit. Yeah, overall, just the suspension is smooth, the engine is very smooth, has the power when you need it to be a little bit more. Brakes are very smooth, the steering, everything about Mercedes. Every time I drive a Mercedes, I just think comfort and luxury. When I drive a BMW, it's very sport, very dynamic handling. But Mercedes is the opposite. It's just luxury. If you want to be as comfortable as possible, Mercedes is an excellent option for you. City streets, step on the pedal a little bit. It's got the perfect amount. I'm going to toggle into comfort because that's what you're going to drive around most of the time. Very rarely are you going to actually use sport. I feel like if you're a driver that you're always using sport mode, maybe a BMW could be a good option. When you're a Mercedes, you want comfort. Also an info section here. Consumption, engine, vehicle. Interesting. Wow. The display screens on these Mercedes are incredible. One thing I can't seem to find in this car is automatic brake hold. If you guys made it this far in the video, please smash the like button. Help me out with YouTube's algorithm. Consider subscribing. If you guys want to stay up to date with future POV drives. Trying to get all of the brands underneath the channel's belt. There is a heated steering wheel button on the side here, right beside the steering wheel adjustment button toggle. What does star do? Interesting, because favorites. Check surroundings. Wonder why we need to do that.
In 200 meters, turn right onto the straight east.
Now that we're pretty much at a stop, let's go into the settings and see what we can get into that we couldn't get into before. Driving, manual shifting, automatic gas station search. Okay, this alert popping up, checking surroundings. Safety system's good, but it's gone off twice now where I don't really understand why.
Turn right onto the straight east.
I can't get over this handle. I love this handle. Who always drives with both hands on the steering wheel? Not many people. You put one hand, you put your left hand on, and your right hand usually like sits on the controller or the transmission shifter. But this handle, I really like this. Why does that keep going off? Anybody knows, please let me know in the comments down below. Got a trailer mode, car wash mode. Assistance, downhill speed regulator, collision avoidance, blind spot monitoring, traffic light view, open camera cover. So the rear view camera gets hidden unless you go into reverse. All right, we are back. So once again, thank you to Mercedes Benz Downtown Toronto. If you guys are in Toronto and you're interested in purchasing a Mercedes, reach out to my friend Ramin. I will leave his email in the description down below so that you guys can reach out to them if you're in the marketplace for a Mercedes. We are going to got some VIP parking here.
Now turn left onto the straight east and then turn
There we
left.
go. Before I end this video, I just put it in park there. I want to explore a little bit more. So navigation, phone, radio, media. Then we have apps, the Mercedes Me app. We have comfort. Seat heating, so we went through that as well. Off-road. How interesting. That tells you what your tire pressures are, tells you your rolling axis. Smartphone settings, assistance, vehicle lights, system info. Okay, so we pretty much gone through everything. Center console here. These seats are very comfortable. Massive panoramic sunroof with the powered sunshade. If you're looking for a very large SUV and you want comfort, yeah, check out the GLC 350. If you want to take it for a test drive yourself, Like I said, reach out to my friend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next POV video.